bathed in the gentle embrace of a sunny morning. A quaint suburban street awakens, promising a day of simple joys. The carefree laughter of children rings through the air as they play hopscotch, their tiny figures illuminated by the golden light. Dogs bark with unrestrained delight, chasing frisbees across manicured lawns, their joyful energy adding to the idyllic scene. Neighbors exchange friendly waves, their smiles reflecting the warmth of a close-knit community, a picture of perfect tranquility. Bathed in the warm morning sun, John stands in his meticulously kept yard, a picture of approachable friendliness. He raises a hand in a cheerful wave as Sarah strolls towards her car, the freshly painted exterior of his house gleaming behind him. "Morning, Sarah. Beautiful day, isn't it?" John calls out, his voice carrying on the gentle breeze. Sarah responds with equal warmth. "It is, John. Perfect weather for the community picnic this weekend." "Absolutely. Looking forward to it. See you there," John exclaims, his enthusiasm infectious as Sarah replies, "See you then." Bathed in the flickering light of the television, Sarah watches the local news, her face a mask of placid contentment. The news anchor's grave voice fills the room, detailing the desperate search for Michael Thompson, a convicted murderer on the loose. Sarah sinks deeper into her couch, a false sense of security enveloping her like a warm blanket. She convinces herself that her quiet neighborhood is an untouchable sanctuary, far removed from such chilling realities. Bathed in the golden sunlight, the community garden thrives, a sanctuary of vibrant greens and blossoming colors. John, in his early 30s, moves with a gentle grace, his presence a comforting rhythm among the plants. He assists Mrs. Davis, her wrinkled hands guiding his, as they carefully prune her rose bushes, their shared laughter filling the air. The buzzing of bees and the chirping of birds create a symphony of life, a soundtrack to the garden's tranquil beauty. John chats amiably with neighbors, his laughter echoing through the garden, a testament to the bonds of community. Among the vegetable patches and flower beds, he is a welcome presence, his purposeful movements weaving through the heart of the garden. In the dim solitude of his living room, John sits cloaked in shadow, the flickering light dancing across his troubled face. His gaze is fixated on the newspaper clipping, a stark reminder of his daring escape that haunts his waking thoughts. Anxiety etches deep lines upon his face, yet a spark of defiance ignites within the depths of his eyes. With a deliberate hand, he feeds the clipping to the hungry flames of the fireplace, watching as the past turns to ash. The fire flares, casting dancing shadows that momentarily illuminate John's determined resolve, a silent promise of a future unburdened by the past. Under the radiant sun, a neighborhood block party bursts with life, laughter echoing through the streets. John commands the grill, a symphony of sizzling burgers filling the air with smoky delight. His booming laughter erupts, a contagious wave of joy washing over the crowd as he delivers a punchline. Smiles bloom on every face, drawn in by John's effortless charm and warm camaraderie. He navigates the throng with a natural grace, a beacon of ease and genuine connection. Every gesture, every glance, exudes a sense of belonging, making each person feel seen and cherished. Detective Miller sits buried behind a fortress of paperwork, the weight of unsolved cases pressing down on him. His weary hand combs through disheveled hair as his eyes scan the Michael Thompson case file, searching for a breakthrough. Frustration deepens the lines on his face, each unsolved lead a stark reminder of mounting pressure. The public's demand for justice hangs heavy in the air as the escaped convict remains at large. Under the cloak of night, a suspicious car crawls past John's silent house, its presence a dark omen. Inside, John's eyes dart nervously through a gap in the curtains, reflecting a deep-seated paranoia. The faint glow of streetlights catches the fear etched on his face, each shadow a potential threat. A flicker of movement, and he's gone, retreating into the darkness of his home like a hunted animal. The car continues its ominous patrol, leaving John swallowed by his mounting dread. Sunlight floods Sarah's living room, illuminating countless old photo albums that surround her. A nostalgic smile graces her lips as she delicately turns the brittle pages, lost in memories. Her eyes fixate on a snapshot from a neighborhood block party, a sudden chill washing over her. John, their friendly neighbor, is caught in a moment of laughter, his sleeve slightly raised, revealing a glimpse of skin. Sarah leans closer, her breath catching in her throat as she spots a distinctive tattoo, its resemblance to the Michael Thompson case file sending shivers down her spine. Under the stark hum of fluorescent lights, Sarah nervously sits in the sterile police station, her unease palpable. Her eyes dart around the room, avoiding the intense gaze of Detective Miller, who leans forward with practiced patience. Her hands fidget, betraying a whirlwind of anxiety beneath a veneer of composure. The detective's steady presence offers a silent invitation, a beacon in her sea of apprehension. Hesitantly, Sarah breaks the silence, her voice laced with guilt and worry. I feel terrible even saying this, but I can't help but feel like something is wrong with my neighbor. Detective Miller, bathed in the cold glow of the computer screen, furiously types. His focus absolute. He runs Sarah's provided information on John through the police database, seeking a solid lead. The screen flashes inconclusive, a stark word that offers no answers. Miller leans back, the dim light casting shadows across his face as he contemplates the lack of evidence. Despite the digital dead end, an unshakable instinct compels him to delve deeper into the mystery surrounding John. Detective Miller arrives at John's workplace, a local hardware store bustling with the day's activity. Miller approaches John's boss, a stout man whose friendly demeanor is laced with caution as he assesses the detective. Detective Miller's voice cuts through the air with professional gravity. I'm Detective Miller. I'm looking into John's background. Can you tell me about his employment here? The boss's expression shifts, a flicker of concern in his eyes as he responds. John? He's one of my best employees. Reliable, hardworking, always on time. The boss leans in slightly, his curiosity piqued. What's this about, detective? Inside John's house, shadows dance as he frantically throws clothes into a suitcase, the air thick with desperation. The weight of impending doom presses down as he prepares to flee, knowing the relentless pursuit of the police is closing in. His eyes dart nervously around the room, capturing every detail as if for the last time. His gaze lingers on a framed photo, a stark contrast to his current turmoil, a memory of smiling faces, neighbors, and a life now slipping away. Regret washes over him, a bitter wave as he stares at the innocent faces, a poignant reminder of what he is leaving behind. The quiet suburban night is shattered as police cars descend on John's house, their flashing lights painting the scene in stark hues of dread. Piercing sirens scream through the air, a soundtrack to the unfolding nightmare. Neighbors gather, their faces masks of shock and disbelief as the once peaceful street turns into a stage for tragedy. John, his face unreadable, is escorted into a police car, the final act in a drama none saw coming. The flickering television casts an eerie glow across Sarah's living room, the harsh light illuminating her face. On the screen, stark letters scream, John Smith arrested, a headline that sends a jolt through her. Relief washes over her, momentarily easing the tension she's been carrying, but it's quickly overshadowed by a chilling fear. The image of John, her next-door neighbor, now branded a convicted murderer, replays in her mind like a haunting echo. A wave of guilt washes over Sarah as she grapples with the unsettling realization she can't shake the nagging feeling that she should have seen the darkness lurking beneath the surface. A missed clue, a silent scream. A once peaceful suburban street now buzzes with hushed whispers and sidelong glances, its tranquility shattered. Neighbors gather in nervous clusters, their faces canvases of worry and distrust. An atmosphere of suspicion hangs heavy, a stark contrast to the familiar comfort that once defined this place. Every shared glance and murmured word fuels the growing unease about John's true nature. The remnants of broken trust linger like a haunting echo, poisoning the air. The suburban dream is now a nightmare of speculation and fear. Under the harsh glare of a single overhead light, Detective Miller faces John in the stark interrogation room, the air thick with unspoken accusations. John avoids eye contact, his hands clasped tightly, a silent testament to the turmoil within. His voice barely a whisper, weighed down by the burden of truth. John confesses, "I confess, I escaped." Regret etches deeper lines onto his face as he admits, "I tried to start a new life, but it was all a lie." A wave of remorse washes over him as he acknowledges, "I'm sorry for my past crimes. I regret deceiving my neighbors. They didn't deserve that." Sunlight filters through the trees, casting an ethereal glow on the community garden, where the scent of upturned soil mingles with unspoken fears. Faces, etched with concern, move among the garden plots, each gesture a fragile attempt to rebuild trust in the shattered peace. The air hangs heavy with unspoken anxieties, a palpable reminder that appearances can be deceiving. They understand a chilling truth. Danger lurks in the most unexpected places, hidden beneath the surface of their idyllic haven. Sarah stands at her window, a silhouette against the soft glow of her living room, her gaze drawn to the dark, silent house across the street. Memories flicker across her face, friendly chats and easy laughter, now tainted with doubt and uncertainty. A haunting question hangs in the air, heavy with unspoken fears and regrets, her voice barely a whisper. Sarah asks into the night, "Did I ever really know him?" Under the clear sky, a suburban street awakens, its normalcy tainted by unspoken fears. Neighbors emerge, their eyes darting with a newfound caution, the threat of hidden dangers casting a pall over their routines. The lingering shadow of John's secret stretches long, a reminder of the darkness that once lurked behind closed doors. Every smile seems strained, every wave hesitant, as the community grapples with the fragility of their peace. Sunlight bathes the therapist's office, a serene mask over the turmoil brewing within Sarah, perched anxiously on the armchair's edge. Her hands betray her composure, fidgeting in her lap, as she avoids direct eye contact, her gaze flitting nervously around the room. A visible vulnerability flickers across her face as she confesses, "I'm just constantly on edge. It's like I can't trust anyone." Her voice cracks slightly, revealing the depth of her struggle. The anxiety, the paranoia, it's overwhelming. John returns to the cold embrace of prison, the gates clanging shut on his past. Behind the barred window, he stands silhouetted against the daylight, a figure consumed by regret. His eyes, haunted by memories, reflect on the chain of events that led to this stark confinement. Each passing moment weighs heavily, a constant reminder of the price of his actions and the solitude of his fate. Detective Miller slams the Michael Thompson case file shut, the sound echoing through the otherwise quiet police station. A wave of satisfaction washes over his face. Justice has been served, the scales balanced. Yeah, a shadow of unease darkens his eyes, a stark contrast to his earlier triumph. He is haunted by the memory of John's deception, the ease with which he manipulated an entire community, leaving a bitter taste of unresolved conflict. Under the cloak of night, moving trucks transform a familiar suburban street as a new family begins to fill John's old house. Porch lights flicker to life, casting a welcoming glow on the flurry of activity as boxes are unloaded. Neighbors cautiously emerge from their homes, their smiles hesitant, their waves carrying a mix of curiosity and unspoken apprehension. Their eyes betray a silent hope, a plea for the new family to seamlessly integrate, to become a harmonious part of their peaceful enclave. A palpable tension hangs in the air, the weight of expectation pressing down on the newcomers as they begin to settle into their new life. Inside her dimly lit house, Sarah's fingers dance nervously over the cold steel of the security keypad. Each lock clicks shut with a resounding thud, amplifying the silence and her growing unease. A wave of realization washes over Sarah. She will never truly feel safe again. The thought of a dark secret lurking next door casts a long, haunting shadow over her face. Her eyes dart around the room, every corner seeming to hold a potential threat. Sarah clutches her arms, a shiver running down her spine as she confronts the chilling reality of her situation.